Hey Avatar fans, it's AvatarFreak and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about something that's been on the mind of a lot of Avatar YouTubers, enthusiasts, fans, and that is the Avatar Studios 3 movie confirmation. So I'm going to get straight to the video. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. Okay, so the very first thing that we need to talk about is Bryke's direction with the entire Avatar Studios in general and the entire movie process. So the very first thing that we have noted is that they are not going to be feeding off of the comics or the books. Everything from here on out is going to be pretty much original, and I think as an Avatar fan who has read the comics and who has watched millions of videos about the comics and the books, I think it is an insanely good idea and an insanely good direction for them to not just be leeching off of what is happening. And I think we'll still get some stuff about like after season 4 and some stuff about Korra and Kyoshi in the books, but I don't think this is going to be something where we're just getting, you know, retellings. And that's really good because it's been about 20 years, so if we have to wait like 3 years and the only things we're getting are things we already know, then it's something that's not too exciting. So 1, as a fan, this is great. 2, as press release, this is great. 3, as just a general Avatar, as an Avatar, like, series, this is great that we're getting new content this early on. Okay, so as per the movies that we know, the 3 movies are going to be Kyoshi, Fire Lord Zuko, and Korra. So first about Kyoshi, it's coming out 2024, which is actually a lot sooner than I was expecting. Thinking about it, like, pretty logistically, we're basically already in 2023, and we already have stuff for Avatar in 2023. If you guys want more information about that, check out the video about Netflix and the video about the community-based stuff that's happening right now. But yeah, Kyoshi is set in a good time, right? 2024, and what I'm gonna say, and I'll show you this later based off the other dates, is that we're getting Avatar content for the next 4 years. So that is just something that is great to see, and that's only what is being shown now. Like, you can definitely count on there being more coming out later, and, you know, definitely just TV series, movies, just a bunch of other stuff. And I'm guessing there's going to be something slated for 2027, probably something else in between 2024 and 2026 if they get staff and if this turns out really well. But yeah, in general, we're going to be getting a lot of Avatar content. Now, back to the idea of Kyoshi and her movie. This is a great idea, right? So Kyoshi is the most iconic Avatar ever. She's like 6'8", I'm pretty sure, lived hundreds of years, destroyed Chin the Conqueror, and is the most badass Avatar we have ever seen in the entire series. So getting an entire movie dedicated to her is something that is great. And also, we have not seen an Earth Avatar yet, so this is something that is really unique and really interesting, and I'm very happy that we're able to get this because, you know, we've seen water, we've seen air, we haven't seen fire yet, but we saw the entire thing of Roku, right? So it's nice to see this happening. Okay, the next thing is the Fire Lord Zuko movie, 2025, which is what I was saying about the timeline being like pretty consistent for the next couple years, and a Zuko movie. What are we thinking about this? So very first thought that pops into my head is, when are we going to get this, right? What time period is this going to be happening? Teen Zuko, which is probably, if it's Teen Zuko, then we have to get something either in the war or after the war. Now, we know they don't want to go and retell the comics and books, but is there stuff that happened outside of the comics and books? Now, I'll say one thing and one thing. Zuko's, all the conflicts that Zuko is a part of in, you know, those comic books are pretty much done. I don't think there's going to be any more conflicts in that time period between, like, after the comics to Korra, because, you know, think about it. Republic City got made, Zuko's mom, all that other stuff, right? So it looks like all the big issues after season 3 have been settled by the comics. So what is the Zuko thing going to be, right? It's very possible we get more backstory into Zuko, but based off of how good of a job Bryke did, like, actually making the show, I don't think that's needed. So it's possible we see this in, you know, 40-year-old Zuko. And, you know, think about how that makes sense, right? The people who were watching the show when it first aired were about 16, 17, maybe go down to 13, 14, and Zuko is probably, you know, the same age as some of those people watching the show. So as they mature, you probably want Zuko to mature as well for it to appear better to the audience, and just so we don't retell stuff. So we could probably see Zuko in his 40s in this movie, and this is the thing that was coming to my mind, which is, you know, if they're in their 40s, Aang is gonna shit on everyone, right? I'm not sure about Zuko, you know, destroying everyone, because there's people like the White Lotus, Red Lotus, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Red Lotus. And also just, you know, people like the Bloodbenders and stuff like that. So it looks like Zuko is still outclassed. We're gonna need Aang to go away for this movie to really have a conflict. You know, maybe it's not like some crazy movie where there's some crazy conflict. I'm not sure, right? Expect something in his 40s. I think that would make sense. If not, I'm excited to see if they, like, how they bring out stories about Zuko that aren't in the comics, right? Because currently, the way I'm thinking about it is any, like, idea or problem they make just seems, like, kind of far-fetched, because it looks like everything is already done in the comics. And the last one that everyone is probably really mad about is the 2026 Korra movie. So, very first thing, guys, Korra is not bad. We gotta stop comparing this Korra TV show to Avatar, because it's never gonna be Avatar, right? Avatar is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of show, and yeah, Avatar series will be great, but will anything really be Avatar? And I'm guessing no. I'm literally guessing no, guys, and that's a harsh reality that we have to accept, because Avatar was amazing, right? I'm not saying that Break made this by accident. I'm saying that it was really hard to make, and it was a miracle that everything came together. But yeah, it's just gonna be hard to recreate stuff like that, you know? So Korra gets a lot of hate for no reason, in my opinion, because if you compare Korra to a show like Ben 10, Johnny Test, and a lot of these other shows, you realize that Korra's pretty good. You know, there's character development, great animation, world building's really nice, good characters, and you know, I'll say that all this stuff is a lot worse than what Avatar had. It's still really good. So 2026 Korra movie is gonna be pretty good, in my opinion. We'll see what happens with it. I'm not too sure about, you know, how much people will like Korra, how popular this will be, but I'm guessing that, you know, once Avatar starts making a comeback in these next couple of years, Korra is gonna be fine. Like, people will watch it because it's the new Avatar Studios project. Okay, so the next thing that's kind of confusing about this entire Avatar expansion is what is canon, what is not canon, right? So I bet you've heard a lot of YouTubers talking about this, but let's break this down, right? Whatever Bright makes is going to be canon. That is sure, right? That is surefire, because that's just the way it is. That's their story, the way they want to tell it. Now, Netflix comes in, makes their entire Avatar live action. That might not be 100% canon, right? So there's going to be like a little tier of canon, and whatever gets overridden in the Bright stuff is going to be canon. Everything else will be like declared not canon. But there's going to be a gray area where we don't know what is canon, what is not canon. So I'm just going to say, watch with an open eye. A lot of this is probably going to be very similar to Star Wars, where, you know, Disney made some stuff, and there's already the Lucasfilm stuff, so which one's canon, which one's not. Just assume everything is canon if it's made by Bright, for now. There's probably going to be a tier list, and we'll see about that later. And I have saved the best for last, and that is the animation style. Ladies and gentlemen, do you remember the CGI stuff that was happening? That is happening. Let's go. Yeah, okay, no, that's not happening. It's gonna be 2D, which is great, with modern techniques. All right, and I'm guessing that means, you know, in some situations, throw in the 3D art when no one's really gonna notice, and it's a huge fight scene. But for the most part, we're getting 2D art, and this is amazing, because a lot of you guys probably saw like the CGI Avatar, not CGI. Shoot, what is it called? The models. Anyway, the 3D Avatar stuff, right? You saw the 3D poster, a little Avatar head, and you were like, ah, shit, this is gonna be terrible. No, it's not. We're getting the exact same animation that was in Korra. However much you want to hate Korra, the animation there was amazing. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. I'm AvatarFreak. Peace out.